Chaos, 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 controversy surrounding the UK Michelin-Star's restaurant Gordon Ramsay in London told as a suspenseful, storytime narration to maximize engagement and retention. It all began with glamour, with exclusivity, the kind of dream most chefs chase. A place where plates arrive like jewels, the atmosphere is electric, and the expectations are massive. Now, imagine that dream being pulled apart, not by a harsh food critic, but by a protester's placard. Picture this, a chic London evening. The lights are dimmed. Diners are relaxed, cocktails in hand. At the heart of it all is restaurant Gordon Ramsay. They're about to walk in, anticipating nothing less than perfection. And then, it happens. A group of activists from Animal Rebellion quietly enters. Dressed to blend in with the smart casual crowd, they take their seats at reserved tables. Then, they pull out their own menus. These menus don't list red mullet or truffle-infused sauces. Instead, they detail the environmental cost of each dish. Words like inequality, exploitation, and climate crisis are printed where you'd expect to see steak and veal. For a moment, the clinking of wine glasses and the hushed laughter all freeze. The sense of luxury is shattered. Let's set the scene properly. This isn't just any restaurant, it's the flagship of a celebrity chef, a 3 Michelin-Star, temple of gastronomy. The price point is high, reservations are booked months in advance. It's the kind of place where you feel like you read part of something truly rare and special. The doors swing open, and the staff glide across the floor, their movements a well-rehearsed ballet. Behind the scenes, countless hours of planning, testing, and sourcing have gone into every single detail. But outside, a storm has been brewing, a cost of living crisis, climate anxiety, a call for food justice. The activists begin their demonstration. There's no shouting, no overt disruption. But the effect is immediate. A hush falls over the dining room. Guests sense that something has shifted. Staff feel the change. Security begins to move. The tables reserved for paying diners now hold the activists' leaflets. One protester calmly states, whilst Gordon Ramsay serves food costing a minimum of £155 per person, more than 2 million people are relying on food banks. The management scrambles to maintain calm, reassuring guests, trying to proceed as normal. But it's too late. The narrative has already been altered. This luxury meal is now part of a much bigger story. And here's where the real question hits. What happens when the glitzy world of fine dining collides head-on with social and environmental justice? When a 3-star restaurant becomes a symbol, perhaps unintentionally, of profound inequality. The controversy wasn't just that activists entered, it's that they chose this specific venue to make their point. The restaurant stood for excellence and prestige, but the protest forced everyone to ask, at what cost? It challenged not only the reputation of the restaurant but the silent assumptions that underpin the entire world of luxury dining. Abundance, exclusivity, and indulgence. The question in the diners' minds shifted from, am I dining in the best kitchen in London, to am I part of a world that's completely out of tune with reality? For a moment, the red carpet of gastronomy met the gray cloud of social critique. As you can imagine, the drama exploded. News outlets pounced on the story. Headlines blared, climate activists occupy Michelin-Star restaurant. The footage went viral, showing waiters frozen in place, guests looking uneasy, and the activists seated calmly with their mock menus laid out. Social media lit up. Hashtags about food justice, fairness, and climate change started trending. Some diners even posted images of the activists' menus. Chefs weighed in. Some patrons canceled their bookings. The restaurant's brand took a hit not because the food was bad, but because the story surrounding the food had been irrevocably changed. What was the fallout? A spokesperson for the restaurant called the action inappropriate and deeply disrespectful. The police arrived and took a report, but no arrests were made. For the protest group, it was a victory. Even if they didn't force a menu change that night, they forced a national conversation. The entire restaurant world was watching. Suddenly, it wasn't just about the food critics anymore. It was about the broader cultural narrative. In the weeks that followed, other high-end restaurants became more careful about how they framed luxury. Industry groups began to ask difficult questions. Should fine dining establishments bear more responsibility for sustainability and social equity? The camera had shifted from the dish to what the dish represented. This incident still resonates today because it marks a turning point. It proved that fine dining is not immune to the powerful currents of society. A luxury restaurant can no longer exist as a simple bubble of opulence without being questioned. The protest at restaurant Gordon Ramsay cracked open a vital debate. What role do high-end restaurants play in a world grappling with rising inequality and climate instability? For the diner, it meant your experience is no longer just about taste. It's about meaning. For the restaurateur, it meant your story matters just as much as your recipe. And for the industry as a whole, it was a clear message. The Michelin stars, the accolades, the prestige, they cannot stand alone without context. So, the next time you imagine that candlelit table, remember, The world outside the plate doesn't just disappear when the amuse-bouche is served. And sometimes, the quietest moment at the most luxurious table is the one that speaks the loudest. Thanks so much for watching. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this story interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. See you in the next one.